I went down there one time. I'm like, man, what you doing? He's like, I'm selling this. He showed me a couple rocks. I'm like, what you selling, teeth? I didn't know what the fuck he was selling. It looked like some teeth to me. I'm like, man.
What's up, world? It's your boy Big Court here on the Holdin Court Podcast. What's up with your producer, Ken?
Man, it's another day. You know what I mean?
You know what? One day we gonna have to, because I'm always looking over my shoulder talking to you. Like, that'd be awkward.
We got to change the
We
table.
gotta change the table. Yeah, we gotta do something different.
The
Get a
table ain't-
couches.
Yeah, the table ain't set up.
Hey, but today we got a special guest, man. We got, and I don't say that lightly, man. This man is a guy of prestige in the streets of California, specifically Oakland, integrity, and all that. I'm gonna call him. He's a hybrid of, I would say, the boogeyman mixed with Malcolm X, mixed with Martin Luther King, with a little bit of, I don't know, Spice One. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'll take it all.
Yeah, man. We got the OG from Oakland, Zoe the Roaster, and his son, only Enzo, who's an up-and-coming rapper, man. I appreciate y'all for coming.
Right.
Yes,
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah. What's good with you, homie?
Man, just out here, man, moving and grooving and maneuvering through the manure.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I had to come see you.
I appreciate that. I did your show first.
Yeah, I'm talking about, and you sought me out.
I did, man.
Yeah, that was exciting for me.
Yeah, I appreciate you ingratiating me and welcoming me with open arms. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
And shout out to, I got to shout out AMW, crazy ass Cheech and Big Rail for accompanying me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
My old school friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, man, you got an interesting story. I want to get into it. For one, I kind of already knew who you were, but in researching deeper, man, your evolution is phenomenal. Just you coming from having the background that you had and transitioning, and transcending the circumstances to where you are now. You know what I mean? Let's get into it. So you born and raised in Oakland, East Oakland.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, East Oakland. What was your upbringing like?
Shit. It was difficult at times, but it was like sometimes we didn't know how difficult it was until later on in life we started experiencing a better living.
Yeah.
But we thought it was normal.
What was your household like? You came up with siblings?
Yeah, I came up with siblings. My grandmama, a lot of times we all stayed in the same house.
Mm-hmm.
So she had daughters and they had children.
Mm-hmm.
And, if my mama might be doing bad and we got to go to my grandmama's house, but my aunties was always doing bad.
Mm.
So they kids was always there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we go up in that thing and we sleeping on the floor, but I think it was a great thing because we learned camaraderie.
Yeah.
That's how we learned how to really fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? By teaching each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it was a good thing, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a good thing. I think you got to go through something to get to something.
That's right.
You know?
So, we not too far apart in age. So I'm figuring you came up during the crack era too.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So do you remember what the streets of Oakland was like prior to the crack shit hitting? Like, was the environment different, like, as a kid?
Well, prior to crack, we used to ride our bikes in the street. There was no cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
We drank from the water faucet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had the we picked the sweet grass.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brother was just talking about we picked berries and washed them off right there at the water and ate them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We pumped gas.
Yeah.
We went and hustled. We bought pigeons. It was a lot of. We leave on the bikes and go all through Oakland and don't get back to where we from till later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we used to do that
like
shit.
I say,
too.
wasn't no cell phones or nothing.
Yeah.
But the crack era hit. See, what we didn't know, it was cell phones. We couldn't afford them.
Right.
You
It was
feel
the
me?
big ass cell phones you had to
Yeah,
carry the case.
you put it in your car.
Yeah.
Crack era hit and we start getting, we start getting money
Mm-hmm.
and start seeing that type of shit. It was a shock.
Mm-hmm.
it was a shock.
Did crack touch your household?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Man, right now.
Right.
Right now. I'm talking
Mhm.
about, it's family members that still haven't got back from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We've lost family members from it. So, oh yeah, most definitely. We was in the thick of it though.
Yeah.
We was in the thick of it, and we became that era.
Yeah, that's right. Let me ask you this: being that Oakland was kind of the ground zero for the Black Panthers, like was that an influence growing up?
Yeah, my mother was associated with Black Panthers. My father was associated with Black Panthers. Never was actual members.
Mm-hmm.
My uncles, they was all associated of the movement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it trickled down education, trickled down knowledge, trickled down on accident, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't think they really didn't come and try to teach us those doctrines.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they was afraid
Mm-hmm.
for us to become a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking back, like, damn, we was right there with them.
Right.
But they would shelter us
Uh-huh.
from all that though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But my uncles and all them, they was gangsters though.
Yeah.
They, I was looking at some pictures of them the other day. They used to scare the shit out of us.
Yeah.
My Uncle Earl, my
Yeah.
Uncle Larry, my Uncle Jesse, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they was some gangsters. So that's what we
Mm-hmm.
looked at as our leaders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So even when you was younger though, I seen some old videos of you.
Yeah.
You were always very articulate.
Right.
Is that something? Did you educate yourself in prison, or is that something that was ingrained in you, in the household growing up?
My father, there was first of all, my grandmother, when you go in her house,
Mm-hmm.
it was a big bookshelf
Mm-hmm.
of encyclopedias.
Yeah, I used to read the encyclopedias too.
Yeah, so we had to,
Yeah.
my father would make us spell encyclopedia,
Mm-hmm.
ENCYCLOPEDIA, like it was a song.
Yeah.
And then we would have to read the encyclopedia. We would have to define words, write them down, and make sentences out of them.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
Mhm.
and he came in there and he did that while he was drunk. But this was an individual that was in the Navy, knew several languages, and just chose to be a failure.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Shout out my dad, Skip, but he
Mhm.
chose to be a failure. He knew too much.
Let me
Not
ask you,
to-
why you think he chose? Why you say that word?
It's your choice.
You think so?
Oh,
But
man, if
so
you-
you mean that attributing to the drinking? That's
I'm
why?
talking about attributing to whatever you want to do in your life.
Mhm.
If you don't have if you're not crazy
Mm-hmm.
and something wrong with you,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a choice, a conscious choice.
So let me push back on that, OG. So let me ask you, just
Yeah.
playing devil's advocate. So do you think that sometimes with people that have habits and different things of self-medicating, do you think that possibly there's underlying issues that, because everybody don't have the emotional and mental fortitude to deal with shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So do you think that it's underlying shit, depression, PTSD, all this shit that now that motherfuckers address? Back in the day, you couldn't address the shit like that.
But that goes right back to what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Something is wrong with you
Mm-hmm.
that makes you act a certain type of way, then okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just choosing to get high
Mm-hmm.
because it feel good,
Some motherfuckers do that, but some people really be, it be layers to the shit.
man, for the most part, man, people just want to be high. Like I say,
Yeah.
I grew up in it, man. I know
Yeah.
people be wanting to be high. They
Mhm.
use it as an excuse not
Mhm.
to be their best. It was me.
Mm-hmm.
It was me. I didn't have to get high.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been sober for 2.5 years right now,
Mm-hmm.
and feeling the best. If I didn't have this ailment,
Mm-hmm.
then man, I would be on top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm not now, because I take it all as it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When they say it is what it is,
Hell yeah.
man, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But if I chose to do that, now I choose not to.
Right.
I choose not to.
I agree with you because
It's still available.
I never smoked or drank, right?
Right.
But I understood that was a choice I made. But when I look, because I grew up in a household full of, for all intents and purposes, functional alcoholics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I was judgmental. You know, I'm like, man, why y'all doing that? But looking back on it, understanding life and understanding, you know, people had a demons and different shit they've been through and deal. You know, people don't know how to deal with their shit. So I understand the choice part, but then sometimes, you know, I think it's that other shit too. Motherfuckers be trying to self-medicate and get
You
away.
all right?
I'm Gucci.
Why you fuck with mushrooms?
What are those?
Oh, my bad.
I'm about to say, damn, you gonna front little man out and do an intervention right here.
Wow.
That's just pops. Huh?
Shiitake,
That's-
man.
that's pop,
Shiitake
huh?
only. Only in my food. Stop playing.
What is that?
Shiitake mushrooms?
Oh, that is
Just
a
regular mushrooms?
Oh,
That's
okay.
not.
Yeah,
That's,
edible
Nigga be
mushrooms.
scaring me to death.
Oh, it's not a psychedelic. Like
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Oh, so
what
he
the
on
fuck
some
it
healthy
be.
shit.
Yeah,
I
man.
guess.
He looking like pops. What the fuck you talking about, man?
Hey, man.
Have I ever did anything to make you worry outside of telling you that I had some mushrooms?
Hey, his face was priceless though, right? He looked up at him like, nigga.
No,
Turn it
because no, because I be telling him I done seen some motherfuckers take some shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Like I
different type
say,
of shroom, though.
like I say, he the savior, right?
Yeah,
So I'm like, man, don't let nothing stop.
yeah.
You know, like you
Yeah.
can't let this opportunity pass.
Real
Right.
shit.
You can't let nothing stop you.
Yeah.
I done seen some motherfuckers try some shit, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
be it.
Oh,
They're
they
about
be
that.
fucked up.
Hey, they're gonna
Nigga
legalize
walking
it.
down the street
Yeah.
backwards, bald headed
Oh
with
yeah.
one sock on.
It's
Where the
gonna
hell
be
you get
legal.
wings from?
Tell you.
you
Nah.
backsliding everywhere you go. I don't know what the fuck
nah.
you doing, man.
Hey,
You know,
so let me ask you this. So, at what point did you start getting into hip hop?
man, shit, we was raised with that shit, man.
Yeah.
We was raised with that shit. Let me see. The first rap I heard, that I heard was Blowfly.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
Somebody was just talking about him. Blowfly.
Yeah, somebody was. On
He's
on
a
the show.
dirty rapper. He's a
Right.
He's a rapper
Right.
dirty. And we used to sneak to listen to that shit.
I
Yeah.
think that was Ice-T.
It was Ice-T.
Ice-T was talking about Blowfly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. We used to sneak to listen to that shit, man.
Okay.
And I was sprung off that. But
Mhm.
then this is my brother. This is my brother, my oldest brother right here.
Mm-hmm.
He started rapping, and he was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
He was brilliant, but we was listening to UTFO and
Oh yeah.
and
UTFO. Roxanne
Houdini
Shante.
and
Yeah.
Roxanne Shante. We was
Yeah.
listening to
But
Run
y'all had
DMC.
Too Short though too, right?
Yeah,
At
but
that
we
time.
wasn't listening to Too Short.
Okay.
Too Short was cool to us,
Mm-hmm.
but
I
we
don't
was
think Too
really
Short's the same time.
it
though.
was we was
No, Too Short was there in the early '80s.
Ice-T. We fucked
Yeah.
with Ice-T.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we had like an East Coast
Mm-hmm.
flavor as far as our
So it was whoever was pretty much major at the time.
Yeah,
Who you hearing on the
yeah.
radio and seeing on.
right,
yeah, I
right.
got you.
And that's
Yeah.
that's who we grew up listening to them, remembering their rhymes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Acting out whatever it was that
Right.
that
So
they
did you
were
break
doing.
dance back in the day?
Most definitely.
Okay. Could you windmill?
Man, I was doing it all.
Nigga, you could pop lock.
Man, everything. I do it right
I
now.
was gonna say
I bet he can't
bust a
pop lock. You
move
can
on
pop
you.
lock.
Come on,
That's
man.
enough. That's enough.
Don't get limber on
Hey,
that.
big bro, could he pop lock? Real shit.
Y'all know he danced against MC Hammer.
Really?
Man, listen.
Oh, hold on, get that story out.
Yeah. So
no,
you
I
danced.
was raw though. Like I could
So
dance.
you
though.
dance. What was that when you danced against Hammer? How'd that come about?
Man, I don't know who told him that.
I don't know who told him about mushrooms. What's that?
I was finna correct that in a minute. I ain't dancing against no goddamn.
Right.
He's a comedian too,
Yeah,
though.
oh,
Like, you know
okay,
what I'm
I
saying?
don't know where I got that from.
Yeah, but I was finna say you could have been a comedian too, though, low key.
Yeah. I just don't like a motherfucker. I tell a joke and they don't laugh.
Oh, then you gonna try to
Then it's
rob
an
then he
attitude.
gonna try to rob
I'ma-
everybody in the
I'ma
crowd.
probably fuck you up. I don't know. Ain't no telling what I might do, but
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, man, dancing was one of my things though.
Mhm.
Like, you know, it was one of my pastimes. We was growing
Yeah.
up, and break dancing was, you know, I was
Mhm.
raw break dancing.
Yeah.
We used to carry our own little, you know, the mats that you fold out.
Yeah.
And we
The
get one
cardboard
of them-
boxes
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah. We get that and carry it up the street to your friend out
Yeah.
and be
Fucking right.
Yeah.
It was the days,
with the
bro.
boom box.
Hell yeah.
He used to have a boom box on his head
Yeah.
like this here. He fucked his hearing up because he used to have the box on his
Yeah.
head like this here,
Yeah.
playing all the music.
Mm-hmm.
like a motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we was deeply entrenched into the hip hop world. We hip hop kids, man.
Yeah,
for
real
sure.
talk. So
You
you
know?
came up in the era of who was up there? Lil D. And,
Most definitely.
Yeah. So at what point did you get street poison?
I was in San Pablo City. Street poison. I was street poison from the beginning.
Mhm.
But as far as
Active, getting active.
becoming a drug
Participating.
dealer,
Yeah.
I was in San Pablo City,
Mm-hmm.
which is right next to Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
And a cat named Demetrius Leroy
Mm-hmm.
introduced me to crack cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering what he was doing down on the corner where my mama, we had just moved over there. Like, he was always standing outside, but he always had hella money on him.
Mm-hmm.
I went down there one time. I'm like, man, what you doing? He's like, I'm selling this. He showed me a couple rocks. I'm like, what you selling, teeth?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what the fuck he was selling. It looked like some teeth to me. I'm like, man, fuck you selling?
Oh my God.
They need you a dentist? I don't know. No, but he's like, no, man, it's cocaine, man. It's I said, man, I need some money. He said, go get $10.
Mm-hmm.
I went and stole $10 from my stepfather. Came back down there. He's like, okay, I'm gonna give you something. This for 20. He said, you can sell it for 20. You can stand right here and somebody gonna come by, ask you to buy some coke. This for $20. You doubled your money.
Yeah.
But I did that shit. I was hooked.
Mm-hmm. How old was you when you did that?
13?
Damn. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
And so, come to find out, I got a cousin balling.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that for a couple weeks. I called my cousin. I say, you know, what's up? But when he come down there, bring me. And it was over after that. I surpassed him.
Mm-hmm.
The boy on the block selling the teeth, I surpassed him. I was fucking him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
He started fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Richmond, I dibble-dabbled in Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
And then I still was green, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because I go to Oakland, my rock's this big.
Mm-hmm.
My brother them on 25th, he's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas is veterans, man.
Yeah.
I got my shit wrapped up. This is a true story. What this nigga at? I got my shit wrapped up in a whole roll of toilet paper. He's like, man, what the fuck is you doing? I'm like, man, I got it.
Yeah.
He's like, you sure do. Give me this shit. Gave me some plastic bags and shit and razor blades and taught me how to do that shit and got me right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The block was rolling.
Right.
Shout out 25th and Foothill, man. We turned that motherfucker into the Carter.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And man, yeah.
So how influential was like because y'all had a lot of players up there in Oakland, a lot of niggas getting money.
Yeah.
Did you aspired to get to them levels of the Lil D's and all of that?
Not with the money. I aspired to be a gangster.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was looking up to Hot Lips and Henry Scott and King D, Critty Bow, Isaac Elder, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All these dudes, man, and I wanted to be like them because, you know, Cannon, when they said them nigga name, nigga shivered.
Mm-hmm. Where you think that came from, though? I mean, was it the environment that you was emulating, or was it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think about it.
I think it was a protection thing for me. It was like, okay, they didn't fuck with them niggas. What do you do not to get fucked with? Lil D them was funking and killing each other and doing all that, though. Okay, that's cool, whatever, right? But they not fucking with these niggas. Ain't nobody coming around fucking with Hot Lips. Nobody ain't playing with him. Nobody playing with Henry Scott.
Right.
So that's who I wanted to be. I want no come playing with me. You know what I mean?
So what came first? The getting it, wanting to be a rapper, or the gangster shit, or wanting to be a gangster? Which one came first?
Gangster shit. Yeah, that gangster. It was like this here. I wanted to rap, but I was heavily influenced by that gangster shit. The attention that it got,
Yep.
it
Yep.
it excited me more.
Yeah, that becomes as addictive as making money. Yeah, because when you do some gangster shit and you get the adoration from your peers and shit,
Right.
yeah, that shit is addictive.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
So, so it's a other side to that gangster shit.
Yeah.
So what was your first time having to go sit down?
I had been to juvenile hall. If you talking about graduating to prison, I had shot up a police car.
So OG,
Broad daylight.
OG, why did you shoot up the police car?
Um,
Who shoots up a police car?
Me.
Okay. Why?
There's a lot of motherfuckers out there do that shit.
Yeah.
Well, he shouldn't have been over there, first of all.
Right, I agree.
We was
Police
on the
shouldn't have been
drug
there.
turf selling drugs. What the fuck is you over here for? You a op.
That's a good reason.
You ain't my friend.
Fucking right.
You ain't the only motherfucker with a gun. You know what I'm saying?
I love that you got no context. He said, "Yep, that's right." No context.
I know this dude.
I just wasn't
serious.
I
He's
wasn't
serious.
afraid. I just wasn't afraid, man. I'm talking about, my brother said, man, you just fucked up the whole block.
Yeah, you made that bitch hot in the motherfucker.
Fucked up the money and everything.
You made it hot as shit.
Yeah. I should be on the roof with that AR-15.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what the fuck was wrong with me. Like people couldn't see me.
Right.
Mary had a little lamb. Her fleece was white as snow.
So let's go
I
back.
remember her.
You remember?
Yeah.
So let's go back. So we started talking about the street boys and having to sit down. And you
Yeah.
had to sit down for
Right.
allegedly with the cop shit, right? That was the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
That
how long
was-
did you have to sit down for that?
I did 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I did 3 years. I was 19
Damn.
at the time.
That's county or they sent you to prison?
I went to prison.
Okay. Which facility?
I went to San Quentin.
Okay. So what was that like at 19? Because San Quentin is
San
that
Quentin
spot.
Quentin was a cold spot, man. You know, it was old. Had a lot of old heads up in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At the time, it was Kumi, African Nation Organization, and the Black Guerrilla Family.
Yep.
As far as the black organizations that was running the prison, I came up in there agreeing to that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care about none of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I immediately got into it with the Jama cats, the Kumi cats. You know what I mean? And
Did you have to get out in there? I mean, with the stickings and all
definitely.
that? Yeah.
Most definitely. Immediately.
Wow. That's because they was trying to press you to be down with them, that kind of shit?
Well, it wasn't no pressing me about nothing. Like it was asking me and getting their answer. But I came across a cat named Dwight Elder who was a gangster. And I liked his style, man. And they was part of Kumi African Nation Organization. And he sat down with me and he gave me the doctrine. He was real educated. He was a real educated thug. You know what I'm saying? And I started migrating toward that until I finally made a decision to fuck with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Doctrine, what specifically?
Like the rules and regulations that govern the organization.
Okay.
So the history behind why the organization was created and what is our plan. You know what I mean? And I dug it. There was never really no structure in my life. I was Zoe the Roaster. You know what I mean? And that's what I went by. I set my own rules, you know, and you know, it was reckless.
Yeah.
It was reckless. And so once I got an understanding of what it was, I started to like that, and I involved myself in it and shot to the top fast.
Yeah. Within that organization.
Within the organization.
Yeah. So what was the craziest thing you witnessed in San Quentin? Because I know San Quentin it's up. So
I witnessed a cat named Taekwon Cox. He's from the 60s.
Okay.
In Los Angeles. I witnessed him break his handcuffs
Really?
Yeah, so he's on death row. So they would put I had broke somebody's jaw.
Mm-hmm.
So they put me in the adjustment center.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right next door to him. He was in there for a double homicide or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that they charged him with or whatever. And he worked out a lot, man, and the boy was buff, you know what I'm saying, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, real smart. Nigga wouldn't talk to me till I won a chess game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they took him out in handcuffs one time, and they was talking to him and talking shit to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he just popped them. Like
Really?
the handcuff.
Really?
Like, man, y'all think I can't come up? Pop! I was like, ooh. That nigga popped them handcuffs like
Damn.
that. I say, man, I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life.
Damn.
Then they start double handcuffs, so they would put
Yeah.
two handcuffs
Mm-hmm.
with two handcuffs
Mm-hmm.
before they let him out of his cell. He ain't do nothing to him, but they called the Army Brigade for his ass. But I think he was just showing them like, man,
Yeah, that ain't stopping shit.
yeah, this ain't stopping
If I
shit.
want
I
you, I
will
can get you.
hurt you right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's still on death row.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's still on death row.
Wow. Okay.
You can read about his story, Taekwon Cox.
Yeah.
Philok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He been in there for how long?
He the one stabbed Tookie
Oh, okay.
on the death row yard.
Okay.
He the only one challenged Tookie.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
How long you been on death row?
For many moons.
Wow.
I was 19 at the time. I'm
Mhm.
51.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
you
That's a long time.
gotta be good.
Shit. So once you get out of San Quentin, do you try to get it right, or do you go right back to the same shit?
I'll go right back. I didn't have no reason to be getting it right.
Gotta be good, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be good.
So by this time, you got him, or he's coming. He on the way.
no,
Nah,
I
I
had
was
him.
two.
You had
I was
him.
two when
Okay.
he was on the roof with the AR.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
already two.
Yeah.
Okay.
What same year I was dancing with Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you go right back to the streets, right? You ain't learned your lessons.
Right.
So how many times did you have to sit down? Did you get caught
I
up
don't even
again?
know. I used to keep track of it,
Mm-hmm.
but shit, prison was my home away from home, man.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go there all the time
Mm-hmm.
by choice. I think I don't know what the fuck.
How did you used to do your time? I mean, did you read, work out?
I
what you
read. It was mandatory workout,
do? Mm-hmm.
mandatory education.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was in the bylaws.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, the rules and regulations.
Right.
It was mandatory that you did all that.
Right. Right.
You know, and it was structured.
Yeah.
It was always structured. You know, and every time you learned something.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Every time you learned something. So, you know, it was.
So I know at a point you was looking at life too, because you was striking out, right? So you
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
a life sentence like what, once or twice or something like that,
I
right?
beat 3 life sentences.
3 life sentences.
Yeah.
How did you manage to beat 3 life sentences? Because one, I know it was but it was a justifiable homicide, but they tried to strike you for the gun, right?
Right. They
Right.
gave me a justifiable homicide.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to ex-felon be in possession of a firearm.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you. So how do they not find you guilty for the killing?
Yeah, because your life, if your life is in peril and imminent danger,
Right.
first of all, as a felon, you cannot actively possess a firearm.
Right.
So, unless your life is in peril or in imminent danger, but you still can't have it on you.
Right.
Like, he can have a gun, and I'm a felon, and my life is in peril and imminent danger, I could grab it from him and get out.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm carrying it with me,
Mm-hmm.
that means I
Right.
had possession of it.
Right.
So that's basically what they proved, that I had
Mhm.
possession of the firearm.
Mm-hmm.
When the boy came to knock me down,
Mm-hmm.
he lost miserably.
Mm-hmm. So you got hit too.
He hit me twice.
Oh wow. Okay. Where'd you get hit?
I got hit in my right side and my left side and my right groin.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Will he get hit?
Yeah. Where he get hit?
All in his head.
Oh, okay. All right. That was a mess.
No more thinking.
Yeah. What was that situation? What did that precipitate from?
Shit, we was in the club and we was flying, getting money, and he didn't like it. You know, we got
So
haters
he was
in
hating.
Oakland.
Yeah.
We got haters in Oakland.
Uh-huh.
No, really, one of his partners was a sucker, and he was trying to take up for the nigga. And, you know, we sent him drinks, because I see him looking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, my nigga Willie Clay say, man, send him some drinks, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, do some player shit. Had a herringbone on, clean the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Had an Italian jacket on, so motherfucking clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just come home again, getting money.
Mm-hmm.
His partner, you know, and I had something going on with his partner that did some fake shit. And we see us in the club and then try to, you know, be a, you know, captain.
Mm-hmm.
End up walking over to me like he was finna do something and caught him with one of these hammers that my father left me.
Mm-hmm.
He left me 2 hammers.
Okay. Them motherfuckers big too.
Ah!
Yeah. So you whooped dude and then
he went
got
outside.
mad. Okay.
He went outside, got a gun.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I got outside, he had his gun. He trying to run up and do his thing, and he had a mask on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I seen it happening, man, and you know, twisted his mask all the way to the side. It was.
Did you know you was hit when you got hit?
I did know I was hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was firing like a motherfucker.
Oh damn.
He just couldn't shoot.
Okay. What'd you get hit with, or was in and out?
It was a 9mm.
Okay. Did you have to go through physical therapy and all that? Was you fucked up?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No, that shit healed up.
So you went to the hospital and woke up handcuffed to the bed?
I never was asleep.
Oh, for real? Okay. I mean, they didn't take you to surgery or nothing like that?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
That shit was through and through.
Okay.
All that shit was through and through. I never went to sleep. They just handcuffed me to the bed, interrogated me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wasn't talking to them about nothing, and took me to jail.
Okay. But you still had the situation on your hand with the weapon. You still had to
that's
fight
when
that.
I got charged for the weapon, and
they were trying to strike you.
Yeah, exactly. They tried to 3-strike me.
Mm-hmm.
I end up beating the shit myself, pro per.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
A lot of people don't know what that is. Yeah. So you represented yourself. How did you do that? How did you prepare for defending yourself?
I just studied the law. I just, like I said, I'd always been somebody who was. I like to, you know, first and foremost, you know the crime better than anybody.
Right.
So if you want to win, you can win because the police and their system is crooked as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. So at that point, you get out of that situation. Is that when you go ahead and go spearhead forward with the music shit, where you really start leaning into doing the music?
Yeah, I made a project. I did a project. But our first project that we put together before a lot of all that shit was Next to Ken Ghetto Poetry. Me and my brother, we put that out, and then when I came out after doing some time, I did a project called I'm Free, and that's after beating the case and shit like that, though. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah.
So I know with that case, E-40 helped you out with the lawyer for that, right?
Yeah, 40 and Fab gave me some money.
Yeah. Where did your relationship with 40 start? Like,
40 had got into it with Richie Rich about a Tupac video.
Which Tupac video?
I don't know, one of them.
Okay.
But 40 was, Richie Rich was in the video. He didn't call 40 or some vice versa. One was, and they was mad at each other. Oh, 40 was in the video. He didn't call Richie Rich to get in the video.
Okay.
So Richie Rich mad at 40 because you in my town, but you don't call me.
Okay.
So to get in the video with Tupac.
Okay.
So 40 ended up calling Mr. Fab.
Okay.
And like, man, what's up? He was like, man, I know who you can talk to. He'll squash this shit. And they called me. That's how I met 40.
And this
so I called Richie Rich. I called 40, got him on the phone. You know, motherfucker, I was like, don't neither one of you niggas run this town,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't and Rich, you can't say nothing about nobody coming to this town.
Mm-hmm.
Who gave you the authority?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was my whole premise. Like, how can you say can't nobody come to the town?
Mm-hmm.
40 been my nigga ever since though.
Mm-hmm.
But Richie Rich my nigga too. So
right.
you know,
Right.
it was a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Was Richie Rich one of your influences musically as well?
Yeah, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was dope.
Mm-hmm. Because Richie Rich came from the 415, right?
Yeah.
415
4, the
yeah.
1, the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about Too Short? Like when did you and Too Short start developing a relationship?
Man, Too Short was nervous to fuck with me for a long time.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why he was.
I know, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Why would he be, right?
No, because he's a mild man. He's a mild mannered cat, and I was
Yeah.
I was
Hot
up
head.
here somewhere.
Yeah,
just,
he was our boy.
He just like had no time for that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But finally, after some coaxing, and some mutual friends, and then that's my guy now. We going to a studio today. Thursday, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
We're gonna go fuck with Show.
Nice.
You been to the studio?
I know he's downtown LA.
Yeah, you gotta go down.
I heard
there.
he got a big ass, nice ass spot down
that motherfucker dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker dope. Yeah, we going up and down.
Nice. Nice. Did you ever do music with Short?
I've wrote songs for Short.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. I got songs with him, and I wrote for him.
Okay. So you did the rapping shit up until what year? What year did you start stepping away from it in terms of you being a rapper?
I don't know. I really don't know what year. I couldn't accurately tell you like what year it was, but I know it was after the project I'm Free.
Okay.
Like I wanted to be a gangster. I didn't want to be no rapper.
Right.
You could book me.
Yeah.
And know where I'm at. That wasn't no gangster shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I tell them all the time, you can't be both.
Right. Absolutely.
You got to choose one.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah, you got to choose one, man.
Yeah. So which brings me to a question of even nowadays, how it seems like a lot of the rappers, they get successful and then go backwards and lean into the gangster shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where before they probably wasn't even going hard like that. Like, what's your thought on that? Like, what do you think that's attributed to?
Shit, I don't know. You tell me. What's your thought on that?
They can afford it. They can afford to do what they weren't brave enough to do before. That's just off the top of my head. A lot of the rappers.
I don't think they can afford it because they lose their life.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So
right.
they really
but
can't
financially, they feel like, okay, now I have some money. I could do this and this and this. And people going to believe me. So just probably was a fantasy in their head that they couldn't, you know what I'm saying, live up to. Got some money and became an actor.
So let me ask you, so since your daddy is a bona fide gangster,
right.
You know, what made you, because I mean, that's your lineage and you've been around it, obviously. What made you want to do something different?
So I think the main thing was I didn't grow up under him for real. You know, he was in the streets and I was with my mom. And then at a certain point in my life, it was just, we were completely apart. He was in prison and I'm in a completely different state.
Okay.
Because I can't control where I move, of course.
Okay.
So I was just raised different.
Right.
I was in a different environment. My mother made sure I was safe, made sure I knew how to feed myself, clothe myself, you know what I'm saying, and just live.
What state? Where'd you grow up?
Texas, Dallas, Texas.
Okay. So you represent Oakland or Texas?
I represent both of them. I mean, I was born in one place, couldn't control that. I was raised in another place, no control.
Right.
Well, don't get it twisted. He ain't no sucker.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Right. Well, I mean,
he ain't no sucker.
That's your lineage, so you know what I mean.
For sure.
Yeah.
I ain't no
What part of Dallas did you grow up in?
South Dallas.
Okay, South Dallas.
Yeah.
Right.
I went to Lincoln.
Okay. Is that over there? Is that by Oak Cliff?
It's next to Oak Cliff, South Dallas, and Oak Cliff. Like Oak Cliff would be the next step. You know what I'm saying? So Lincoln High School is in South Dallas. Oak Cliff got a number of high schools: Roosevelt, Carter, It's a bunch of high school.
What you think about the Dallas music scene?
When it come to me, I'm really more of a commercial, you know what I'm saying, music fan. I like the art of music. Like I like when I was young, like I said, when I was 3 years old was teaching me rap, you know what I'm saying, how to rhyme at 3. So of course I'm gonna be fascinated with who got the best rhyme scheme, who got the best wordplay and things of that sort. So I'm listening to like Eminem, I'm listening to Ludacris, I'm listening to Twista because of how he putting it together.
Yeah.
And how much of it he putting it.
Hell
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Twista's
That's
dope.
fascinating to me.
Yeah.
That's my shit. So I always wanted to be a rapper. He started it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it just kept growing.
So who's your musical influences? The ones you just named?
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Basically. And then I can also say I got a bunch of neo soul influence because of my mother. Because I grew up with her and whatever she listening to, of course. You know, I'm watching cartoons, trying to play video games, but she's playing music because she probably cleaning up or cooking, and that's her vibe. So Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, and then, you know, just whatever my mom was listening to, I kind of, it was just an acquired taste.
Okay. Erykah Badu from Dallas too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I think Dallas had a scene though. Mo 3 was killing it in Dallas.
Oh yeah,
and
for
he
sure.
was literally
for sure.
he was like that next step of
Man, Mo 3,
Yeah.
y'all hear me? Mo 3, in my opinion, or in my generation anyway, is the best rapper we've had. The best artist we've had, because he was rapping and singing.
Right.
he was
Real
killing
shit.
To a T
Real
though,
shit.
like
Yeah, Mo 3 dope.
extraordinary. He go crazy. And I mean, like
Shit,
I don't
he
know.
do
I
the
don't
same
really
thing.
be listening
Have
to
you
a bunch of
heard
Dallas artists.
Yeah, I heard some of the stuff.
Who,
How
me?
you managed to stay you still live in Dallas?
No, I live in Oakland.
Oh, okay.
But I moved to Oakland last year.
Okay. I was gonna say how you managed to stay about that Dallas politics with the music shit. Cause you know it's a lot of politics and sides and all of that old shit, even when you start
Well,
getting with
I
producers
didn't
and
really-
all that.
So I don't really have like a name rotating in Dallas as far as music. When I was in Dallas, I was just doing music with my partners because I knew
Okay.
what I was doing, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I knew how to put it together.
Yeah.
And I had friends who wanted to put it together. And, you know, I just decided to make it lucrative because why not? You know what I'm saying? I was taught to work a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking this is the right way to go. But then over time, I'm realizing, man, I'm not getting nowhere fast.
Right.
So what do? Let me do what everybody, you know what I'm saying? Turn my hobby into a career, and then I can fund my lifestyle.
Okay. Nice. So, OG, when did you decide to make the transition into producing content? Because you got the Keeping It 100 podcast. What made you, step into that arena?
Watching podcasts and being disappointed.
Yeah. What you mean? Elaborate. What you mean?
I just didn't like the questioning and the jumping around shit. And you know what I'm saying? I like to just have conversations.
Right.
Raw conversation.
You know?
Right.
I like to just have conversations. You don't have to be about illegal shit or whatever. Let's have an intellectual conversation.
Right.
And however it may lead to, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like asking hard questions. Nobody would ask them.
Yeah.
You know?
You asked me some shit that threw me off too.
Yeah. I asked Killer Fonte, how many bodies you got? Like, cause your name Killer. I don't know, man. You know?
You know what? An interview I want to ask you about. You and Wack100.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all had some words. So y'all's relationship, or I should say the whatever little funk, or I don't know if it was funk or for real, whatever, but you was managing Lavish D at the time.
Most definitely.
Correct. And he allegedly, Wack blocked the deal for you for Lavish with Cash Money or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. Did that really happen?
Most definitely.
Okay. And so you went in him, but then you had him on your podcast.
Same thing wrong with you, nigga.
So, you just crazy? How you want to do?
Nah, but listen, first of all, just one thing. We ain't in the bay. You're a long way from home. Calm down, relax, man. You know this shit gonna go.
Well, you know, check this out. I go wherever the fuck I want to go and do what I want to do.
That don't mean you gotta make it back. I'm giving you a pass, my nigga.
Look here.
I'm giving you a pass.
Never.
Because there's been a lot of this, so I came to see you face to face.
I'm talking about right here.
I mean, what you saying? I mean, what you talking about?
Right.
How did that come about?
What's Clubhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, one thing I don't like is a lie. So he was claiming that he didn't have anything to do with the blockage of the deal, which was contrary to what we knew. You know what I mean? The fact that he was saying things on social media, like he has Mozzie's side, he and he rock with Mozzie and this, that, and the other. It was directly a hit at Lavish D. And we went to Los Angeles. We came to Los Angeles, met up with Birdman, and Birdman locked the deal in with you know how gangsters do it?
Yeah.
We all shook his hand.
Right.
Man, it's locked in. And it wasn't until Birdman said something to Wack100, and Wack100 told him, he run Cash Money West.
Right.
And he don't want to fuck with Lav. So the only deal that the Birdman could do really was put him on Cash Money West. That's what he was willing to do.
Okay.
Put him on Cash Money West. He wasn't willing to put him Cash Money.
Yeah, I'm about to say, why, if he wanted to do business, why he just didn't bring him to Cash Money or
we
Young
tried
Money?
to do that afterward.
Yeah. Okay.
But it just wasn't going to work. First of all, Lav was mad.
Yeah.
Because if you know Lav, he don't have no patience for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So he was upset. He didn't want to even kiss nobody's ass.
Right.
And he know what he worth.
Right.
So, Wack saying that fucked a lot of shit up. Wack taking sides with Mozzie and letting Birdman know that he wasn't going to be, enthusiastic about Lavish D being on Cash Money West.
Yeah.
Fucked it up.
I don't understand. So what was Wack's? What's his allegiance to Mozzie? Mozzie's not his artist.
He's
or is
a
it
blood.
Just okay.
He's a blood, and I guess they cool.
Oh, okay. I got
he built a relationship with Mozzie.
I see.
And I understood that part. The gang banging culture is different.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
so
sure.
you and they mix it with business.
Right.
And where we come from, we really don't do that.
Right.
We try our best not to mix.
Yeah.
Even though, especially the old head. I don't know what these youngsters are doing now.
Right.
Because we got gangs that's 300, 400, and 200, and all type of crazy shit.
So after that situation, though, you had him on the podcast.
I had Wack on the podcast.
Yeah. So did y'all ever get a chance to iron it out? Like, talk about it and
we talked about it on. We talked about it on Clubhouse.
Yeah. Okay.
And we ironed it out on Clubhouse.
Okay.
Everything was good and respectful.
Yeah.
And I said, hey man, listen, I got a podcast. I would love to have you on there. And we can iron it out in front of the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I actually didn't interview Wack100. I interviewed Cash.
Right. We talked about that
Yeah,
when
most
I came
definitely.
to your show. Yeah.
He's a different dude.
Yeah.
He's a different dude. Wack100 is very confrontational, and he does it on purpose.
Right.
Cash is very educated and knows his shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you put that on my radar when I came and did your show.
Right.
I started looking at his content and him and kind of watching him, and I have a different feeling about it now. It's what you said, because some of the shit that he says is actually pretty dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he actually a smart nigga. You know what I
no
mean?
doubt about it.
And I think he uses the controversy as a hook. Same thing that I would say about Charleston White. You know what I mean? I think that they lean into the controversy to get people's attention.
And then what's funny is some people get mad because an individual ain't no punk.
Right.
Like they can't punk you.
Right. But you know what? But then it's a flip side to that, because I mean, we content creators now.
Right.
So you got to understand so what Wack does and what Charleston does, in my opinion, is like they trolling and they fucking with you, but it may not be personal on their account. It's in the internet, because it's kind of this unsaid thing that what's on the internet is on the internet. That don't necessarily mean it's real life. But when you ain't talk to people, that you fucking with
Right.
and let them know that, oh man, I don't really, I'm just saying some shit. I'm just fucking with you, trolling you. You know what I mean? That's where it get dangerous because everybody ain't playing. Everybody don't understand.
Well, they
that.
still come out and be in the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might have been some jumpings and something like that, though.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you, though, right? Don't play with me.
Right. Right.
You don't play with me. It's not going to happen like that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to play with nobody.
Yeah. No,
You know what I'm
that's how I
saying?
am too.
Yeah, I don't want to play with nobody. So I would
That's
rather.
how I am too. I'd had to tell a couple motherfuckers.
I would take the necessary steps to squash this shit
right.
best I could.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you, it's not going to go like
right.
none of that. You try to jump me or do any of that.
Yeah.
I'm not going for none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think, it's crazy how the internet and social media in the streets is kind of, our generation is so different from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got a lot of niggas be snitching on themselves, telling on themselves.
Yeah.
And for me, once you take that shit to social media and say something sideways to me or about me, I feel like you ain't for real. You know what I mean? Because, you just said it in front of everybody.
Yeah,
yeah.
You don't... You want them to
Seen
find
it
the
in the
culprit.
first place.
Yeah, you just want to get some clout. Okay, I get it. We want to play the internet
You want
game.
them to find the culprit. You want them to find the culprit, man.
Yeah.
So, my whole thing right now is the past is the past.
Mm-hmm.
The future is very bright.
Mm-hmm.
My son, only Enzo, is the future.
Mm-hmm.
I know my story is great
Mm-hmm.
and it's grand, but we starting another chapter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Only Enzo is the future. He's a breath of fresh air. And I think that in our endeavors that we should start focusing more on the positive things
Mm-hmm.
that are in our lives and that helps me. Things that help me really strive
Mm-hmm.
and thrive to do something that changes the narrative,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying,
Right.
for everyone in my family and the supporting cast.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So that's and just for the people that's watching, a person might have want to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing him with me
Mm-hmm.
because you're gonna get to know who he is now because this is where we're headed.
Mm-hmm.
We could focus on what Zoda Roaster
Mm-hmm.
did for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But what does the future have in hold? What are we finna do after this?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And what I'm doing is I'm a manager and artist development, a CEO,
Mm-hmm.
a father, a husband, you know what I'm saying? An entrepreneur, a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we doing the best that we can to be our best.
Mm-hmm. Who's some of the artists that you managing right now?
Right now, I'm back to doing with Laugh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got a young lady who was amazing. Her name is Malachi Rose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm finna have a talk. I want to give a shout out to Buddha Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
and he got to Walk It Like a Talk It single out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure and
You from Oakland too?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and another important shout out is one of my guys, Cedar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And these guys who I know, are important in the movement and of real music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where we at with it though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just trying to really promote that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Ricky Styles.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Styles, who is a hardworking individual when it comes to music. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people might say he's not as lyrical
Mm-hmm.
as everybody else. But one thing about Ricky Styles, he gonna get out there and he gonna put his money where his mouth at.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't do that. And I respect people that do that. You don't have to be the most talented,
Mm-hmm.
but have enough courage and have enough belief in yourself to invest into yourself.
Real talk.
And Ricky Styles is one of the individuals that I saw do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Lockett, Ricky Styles, Buddha Avenue, We got Mark J, who got the camera right there, super fucking talented. You know what I mean? And shit, you know, and I'm teaming up with CEO Smitty. That's my nephew right there. You know what I'm saying? And trying to bridge these gaps and bring this shit together, and then let them see how it really go.
Right.
You know, because we've been watching some bullshit.
Right. Right.
We've been watching a lot of bullshit, so that's why I come in at saying, and I'm aggressive. It's a hostile takeover. Y'all see this? This is my brand, and this is, please believe, this is how I live. Whatever I'm doing, I try to do my best, and I'm aggressive with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm aggressive with it, so that's where we at with it, man. And just trying to make sure that we create a brighter future for our young ones, man.
Right.
Our babies, you know, and make the right decisions.
Right. So musically speaking, where would you rate your son? Who would you compare him to musically?
I compare. He don't really like the comparison, but it don't matter to me. I compare him to like a Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. But he's in his own lane also. It's like, you know, it's hard to surprise me. But every time I hear something, I'm like, man, who is that?
Yeah.
And it's him.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh man, I'll let my brother listen to some shit he ain't heard on the way out here. He's like, man, who is that?
Right.
I'm like, nigga, that's your nephew. He was like this.
So that's the future right here. That's future right here.
Dope dude. Dope dude as far as talent is concerned, but also his character. You know what I'm saying? His character, his humility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's very humble. You know what I'm talking about? But he's also a man. You know what I mean? He has his he makes sure that you respect him as a man, even his father.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you, only Enzo. So how does it make you feel to hear your dad, you know what I mean, rave about you like that?
It feel good. It's supposed to feel good, right?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, only thing I can think of is if he thought I suck, I'd be fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Has he ever told you that you did some shit that wasn't right?
Outside of music?
Yeah. No, I'm saying musically speaking.
Not drop some shit that he thought I was supposed to be dropping.
Yeah.
Man, the world need to hear this, man. I don't like it. Man, they gonna love it. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll challenge them on certain shit because I want to have creative control or whatever it is. But majority of the time, he be right. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom or whatever.
Yeah. You say wisdom or whatever, huh?
Yeah, you just got to be coachable.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah. You always got to remain coachable.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he got to be coachable. And I told him that was my only problem with him. Like sometimes I tell him something, and I peep the attitude.
Yeah.
And one thing, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
You got to be coachable. I'm your father, so first and foremost, I'm not going to tell you nothing that's going to hurt you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 51 years old. I'm seasoned. So apparently, I know some shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? To even get here, though. You feel what I'm
Real
saying?
shit.
So
Real
then
shit.
once I could get around that, we groovy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you think the music made y'all closer?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I mean that's all we've been doing since we became physically close. And the fact that we was trying to do music is what brought us physically close. And we've been rocking ever since. So.
Nice. How y'all work out disagreements? Because I mean, you 31. You feel
How
me?
we
So
work
you
them
grown
out?
as shit. Yeah.
We talk.
Yeah.
We talk it through.
Okay.
Yeah, communication.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you got a
we
you got
can't.
an ear?
There's literally nothing else to do. I'm just gonna move if I don't agree with him. I mean, we gonna talk it out.
Nice.
I was gonna say, do you feel like you got an ear for the new shit? Because I grew up in Northern California too. It's a very specific sound. So as you got like young, because I'm 41 too, so the sound has changed. Do you feel like you're tapped in with that new wave sound? Because it's not the same. But like,
well, I'm tapped in with the new wave sound. I don't like a lot of that shit. Like his sound is different.
Yeah.
It's a new wave sound, but in his own category.
So outside of me, when he's showing somebody something he like, it's always something specific about it. So it's just like he like good shit. So even like I've heard him listening to some new wave shit and like it, but he's just not a fan of it in general. But he hears talent or he hears art, and then he'll be drawn to it.
You know,
right.
I got the same question because you're around P all the time. This last 2 weeks, and I ain't gonna mention names, but you know, I've been dealing with a lot of people. I feel like I have a lot of managers, either my age or a little older, and they're talking about current music that's doing like really well, but they're not speaking highly of it. And I'm like, are we too old to be in tune with the fact that that's what's popping?
You know what?
Because again, I grew up in the 90s, so I grew up on Brother Lynch, X-Rated, SIBO, Sacramento shit.
Yeah.
So when I hear certain shit now, I'm like, I don't know. I'm used to listening to SIBO.
But you know what?
Like that's a different sound.
I had to recalibrate my ears. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie. I'm you know, we all the same generation. Us, you know what I'm saying? Spice One, my favorite rapper.
Right.
So when I would hear the new shit, because I listened to a lot of it in the gym, I initially just started hating on it. Drake, I was the biggest Drake hater, right? I didn't like Drake just because he was light skinned, you know what I'm saying? And he's from Canada, right? But as I started listening to the music, I'm like, damn, this nigga kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he started becoming one of my favorite rappers, you know, but I like the young shit. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with all these young niggas. Like, I like the energy. It's the same shit that we was on. It's just packaged different. It's just a different cadence. It's a different pocket.
Yeah.
It's the same shit, you know. Now, what I will say is it's not as much balance as it was, because how NWA and Ice-T, see, they told you the other side too. You know what I mean? It was a little bit different, where these rappers now, they not like reporters, like how back in the day. They like, no, nigga, they telling on themselves and everything. And they really mean all that shit, right? So the lack of balance, I would say, is the only thing. But, you know, I fuck with this young nigga shit. Like NBA Young Boy, all that shit. All that.
No,
like,
Lil Baby.
Yeah,
NBA
Lil Baby,
Young
all
Boy.
of them.
The Baby.
Yep. I fuck with all of them. It ain't too much young nigga shit that I hear I don't like.
I fuck with Dirk.
I like Dirk, yeah.
I fuck with Dirk.
I mean, Kevin Gates, I mean, he ain't super young, but shit, Kevin Gates my top 5 of young
Kevin Gates is my nigga. He going a little crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, mentally.
Yeah, he different.
He different.
Yep.
But Kevin Gates, I sat up and binged on Kevin Gates one time.
Kevin Gates shit hard,
Yeah,
bro.
I binged on his videos. Just,
yeah.
I like, okay, this cat is raw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I do tap in with it and appreciate it for what it is, though. You know what I mean? But in order for me to purchase something and to put it in my catalog, you got to catch this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You got to catch my heart.
Yeah.
You know, my ear is cool, but my heart.
Yeah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
when I'm
real.
riding and listening, you know? And that's something he do to me, you know, and not just being his father. And I'm, you know, if he was whack, he would be whack.
That's a good point that you made, though. I never thought of it like that. Yeah, because a lot of it is my ears. You know, I would say Kevin Gates probably one of the few that I feel. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good point.
But then there's the flip side of it, right? Because all that is still kind of reminiscent of it. But then there's like Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Yachty and like that's different.
I don't know none of that.
I couldn't tell you a song. Neither one
Me
of them.
neither.
I didn't heard of them.
But they sell out stadiums.
But I'm talking about, they sell out stadiums. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of crazy shit.
You know what? I do have a question I want to ask you. I didn't want to forget because I know you, so I just didn't call you and ask you. But what was this? I seen you say something about Gilly. What was that about?
Gilly just did some fake shit.
Really? I didn't know if that was real or what it, you know.
No, he
I
just
meant
did
to hit
some
you
fake
to get
shit.
context.
I wanted to call him on it.
Okay.
I wanted to call him on it because once you go public with what type of character you are, and you turn out to be somebody else to a real nigga.
Yeah.
See, I'm in a position to where I can make that judgment call if you a real nigga or you a fake nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he just did some fake shit. You know, he did some fake shit.
What'd he do? I mean, if you can say.
So he came to Oakland.
Okay.
Him and what's the boy name?
Wallow. Yeah.
Fab had a party 5 days straight, a whole week or whatever. I met Gilly. We chopped it up. I did not ask Gilly for his phone number. I told Gilly, I said, I want to talk to you about some business. I was just starting my podcast, and I really wanted to get some game. You know what I'm saying? And create a network.
Right. Exactly.
You know, because your network defines your net worth.
Exactly.
So I created a network. So he said, no, you don't have to go through Fab to get my number. and he gave me his number.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, I'm like, okay, it's all good. Now, mind you, I didn't ask you for your number.
Mm-hmm.
I said I would take the necessary protocol
Mm-hmm.
and go through Fab,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and make that connection like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he chose to give me his number. When I got at him, he never answered the phone call. He never returned no text.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like feeling like no bitch.
Right.
So I just put it out there, like use a mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did he
That
ever
was some
respond?
mark ass shit. No, and he don't
Okay.
have to.
Yeah.
He don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the truth. Cause real niggas don't do that shit. I don't give a fuck
Real
how
shit.
busy you
Real
is,
shit.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, niggas
I don't
do
give a fuck
that
how
shit.
busy you
They
is.
do that
If you
punk
give
shit.
me your number,
Right.
have intentions on answering my phone call when I call you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you do bitches like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of these
You
niggas
do
be-
suckers.
a lot
You
of
do
these
suckers
Hollywood
like
niggas
that.
be doing that
and
shit,
and
bro.
me, I'm not giving a punk ass bitch or a sucker my number anyway.
Right.
You
Right.
won't be able to get in contact with me. So after you said that you would give me your number and then you never return, that's some sucker shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what they say in Philly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or what you think in your head about. It was some sucker shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
You know
niggas
what I
do
mean?
that. Niggas do that whole shit. I don't ever understand. It's like,
And
you
it
know,
should
what
be
you-
a
what you- yeah.
it should be a learning process for everybody though. Don't give nobody your number if you ain't gonna return the call, man. Don't even do that.
Right.
I answers my phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What you scared of? Yeah. Yeah, I answer my motherfucking phone. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Yeah.
Bill collecting everybody. You feel me? I ain't got it.
Yeah. You get it when I get it.
Yeah, you
motherfucker.
feel me?
I'm laughing.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because he said the same shit.
I say the
all
Yeah,
the
same
time.
motherfucker,
shit,
I
bro.
ain't got
All
it.
the time.
Bro, if you heard my rant, you being nice compared to what I be saying about these motherfuckers, man. Yeah,
No, I
niggas
ain't
do a
tell-
lot of whole ass shit, like, cause it's like I'm a common sense nigga. Like, I don't be tripping on no nigga. Like, you know, I got money, I got my shit together.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when niggas be like, oh yeah, bro, holla at me, woo woo, you like, oh well, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you go to then niggas try to hold their nuts on you, it's like, well, pussy ass nigga, what you do all that extra shit for then? You could have
Yeah.
just kept it pushing like I was doing. You
Might
know?
how
see
many-
you and
how many
slap
texts?
your
You
ass and
motherfucker done
spin
left
your
me
ass
on
around a
red.
couple times.
Hell yeah.
Slap Gilly the kid and spin him around like 3 times. Nobody, but I will.
Nah, but it's
Nah,
like,
I
I
ain't
feel
fucking with.
you, OG,
I ain't
though.
gonna put my hands on you, Gilly.
Yeah.
I know Wallow was up in that motherfucker doing push-ups and shit. He gonna protect you. But
I
stop
feel
doing
you
that.
on that, though.
Stop doing that sucker shit with
Yeah.
real niggas, man. Don't do that though. You made me not even want to watch you no motherfucking more. I strolled past your motherfucking ass so fast now. You know what I'm saying? You lost a fan, nigga. A supporter, not a fan. You lost a supporter. I was, you know, cause I big up the real niggas.
Right,
I
right,
big up the real nigga. That's a real nigga. And I'm gonna give you your flowers.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But don't do no sucker shit.
Yeah, real
You know,
shit.
cause I tell you about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in your face.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Yeah, I'm with you, OG.
Yeah, you
I'm with
know
you
what I mean?
100%, bro. Hey, that's how this LA shit is. That's how this business is. This whole entertainment shit. You know what I mean? Be
Yeah.
a bunch of fake ass, you know, whatever. You just see them niggas. You see them when you see them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah. But so, all right, OG. Well, man, I ain't gonna keep you, bro. I appreciate you and the fam coming down. You bringing the youngin. You know, only Enzo, man. Promote your projects, bro. Where can they find your social medias, your albums, everything you got out there, man? Tell them.
All right, it's gonna be ONLYENZO. That's on all platforms. That's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. If you're on social media, it's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Only Enzo. Type my name up, the music gonna pop up. I got singles out, projects, videos. Whoa, that's a work of art. That's my project that's already out. And Friday, I'm dropping On Everything. So
Oh, I
make
like
sure
that.
y'all tune in to that right
Oh
there.
yeah, I just caught that. I was slow on that. Yeah, work of art. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I was slow on that for a second.
It's a beautiful, it's a
and he's
beautiful
dropping-
work of art.
Yeah.
It's great.
And he's dropping on everything.
Mm-hmm.
On everything.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. Like,
All right.
like own it.
Yeah. On.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't never had
Yeah.
shit. I ain't never had nothing.
Yeah.
On it all. I want everything.
All right.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah,
And OG, you tell them what you got cracking, man.
I got the podcast going, man. You go to Zoda Roaster on YouTube, man. Make sure you go subscribe and like and comment and do all that though. We got the 25th anniversary of Next to Ken project coming. My brother keep on threatening my life if I don't put the motherfucker out. So we finna drop
and it's
that.
fire too though.
Like I say, I do management. But I need you to have your bag when you call me. I do artist development. Make sure you have your bag when you call me. It's a business.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? My time is very valuable. So, you want, as far as marketing and promoting and everything, when you call me, have your bag ready, and then we can talk. Yeah. It's at the end of the day, ain't nothing for free. Nothing for free. And if it is for free, it's not worth it.
But I want to give you a shout out too, and I want to big up your podcast.
Yeah.
So he got the Keeping It 100 podcast, but I mean, you done had some hella guests on there. E-40, Spice One, Too Short. You done had some me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you done had some big dogs on
Wack100.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, I got a.
Yeah,
I got
so
a
the
nice
podcast is nice. Y'all go fuck with the podcast.
Yeah, and I just got a call from syndicate. It's gonna be syndicated.
Nice.
So
nice.
And that's in a matter of 6 months of us continuously and consistently.
Your shit only 6 months old?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, 6
I thought
months.
your shit was older than that.
60.
Yeah, you done
60
good.
guests.
Yeah.
6 months. That's 10 guests a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
You dig?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you. Aside from mine, what was your favorite interview on the podcast that you had?
La Russell.
La Russell's dope.
That's
dope.
Crazy. That was the last interview.
My last interview.
Yeah.
La Russell.
Yeah, he's dope.
It was just he's something different, man.
Yeah, man. I like his whole little get down.
Yeah,
He done built a whole little ecosystem.
He was raised right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But something I love about all my guests. You know what I mean? But it was just that La Russell was like, that was the last interview that I've done, and I got some other shit coming. I'm gonna blow your mind. People wondering how I'm getting these guests. It's me.
Yeah.
It's
real
me.
talk.
It's me. I'm talking about. You never know the answer unless you ask the question.
Right.
And let your pursuit be hostile.
Yeah.
It's a hostile takeover.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you until you say yeah.
Yeah. Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's never no. Is I don't have time right now.
Yeah, sometimes it's not right now. Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So my job is to say, how about now?
Yeah. Hey.
What about today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but I appreciate you, OG, because even when you, like I said, you welcomed me with open arms on your podcast.
Yes, sir.
We had a great segment. You did your research, professional, all of that shit. And that
Yes,
was right in
sir.
the heart of Oakland. That's right there, East Oakland.
Yeah, you came to my hood.
I came right
my
to the
store.
Hood. I came
oh,
right
let
to
me
your shit.
let me shop my store out. I got a shoe store. We sell sports apparel. We got the hoodies and everything up in that thing.
Yep.
Hostile Takeover is called Bigfoot. Hostile Takeover, 3132 International Boulevard, Oakland, California. If you're in the area, come through.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. So we'll end it on that note, OG. I appreciate you coming to see me, brother.
I apprate you having me.
You always welcome here. You know that.
Yeah, come
this
on,
is home.
man.
You too,
I'm
nephew.
gonna come back and play ping pong.
Yeah. Oh, nigga, you ain't trying to see no ping pong.
What?
He was a ping pong champion too?
No,
and a
I'm
break dancer?
Ping pong and switch hands on your ass.
All good. All right, that's a Holdin Court Podcast, man. Y'all check us out. Salute.
Oh yeah.
I'm holding court, it's standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when I was down? Karma's on the way. What goes around comes around. Karma's on the way. There's nothing you could do now. You gotta pay.